This episode is brought to you by Eden Books for all romance lovers, where paradise is found. Look for us online at edenbooks.org and Instagram and Facebook at Eden Books.
Hello, and welcome to Moscato and Tea. This is the show for all things beauty, business, and community with your hosts, Inez and Chiquita, keeping it raw, real, and unfiltered. Don't look at me. Just say hello.
Hi.
There you go. I was like, don't look at me and just say hello. Say hello to our listeners.
Hello,
Hey,
listeners.
everyone.
Season 5. Welcome back. I know it's been a long hiatus, longer than usual for us, but welcome back. I'm excited. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I am wonderful. I'm very excited for today. We have a special guest for today.
Awesome.
And as you know, and everyone else know, I publish romance novels.
Dirty books. Yeah, go ahead.
Romance novels, love stories. Thank you very much.
Dirty books.
and
It's
so-
all good. You know, everybody needs a little dirty book in their life.
They need a little love in their life. Okay.
Okay.
And so I wanted to have the one of the platforms I have my books on is called Eden Books, and I wanted to have the owner on, not only because I support women. In everything in business, we support women.
Thank you.
But also, this avenue and everything that she is doing behind this is really all about really getting indie authors out there. And so I'm very ecstatic to have her on. And so everyone, please welcome Robin Crawford.
Hi,
Yay!
Robin.
Welcome, Robin.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Thank you.
Well,
I'm good. Thanks so much for this.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm not going to keep you too long for the show because I know you have a lot going on with the business and everything. But I wanted our listeners and hopefully, more authors that are listening to the show know about Eden Books. So please let us all know, how did you get started with this company?
Honestly, I was just an angry reader and blogger who decided that something needed to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon is banning books, and they're banning books across all genres, but romance is the genre that I read. It's the genre and the community that I've been involved with now for a little over 3 years. And so I certainly am feeling it far more acutely in our genre than anywhere else. And my friend Christy Webster wrote a book in August 2017 and put it on Amazon called The Wild, and Amazon banned it. And I was shocked because I didn't know of Amazon banning books. Subsequently, more books have been banned within romance. The erotica category has really been
Yeah, they really are hard.
Bravely injured.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I had this idea for a long time, and my friend Bronwyn Green, who is an author and fantastic editor, sort of in passing in conversation one day said, wouldn't it be great if there was a co-op where authors could sell their books online? And I said, yeah, and I'm going to make it happen. And that was at the beginning of March of last year that we had that conversation. And by the end of March, I pulled together my resources here at the University of Florida. I was introduced to some really incredible people who also believe in my vision of a platform that supports authors and giving them creative freedom to write the stories that they want to write, and a platform that allows smart, savvy readers like romance readers the ability to buy their books and make their own decision and not be told what they can and cannot read. And we all came together and in less than a year built the site, tested it, and launched officially March 1st of this year. So
Perfect.
It's been a whirlwind of a year, but I certainly feel the urgency to gotten Eden out there so that you guys as authors have a platform that cares about you.
Yeah.
This, you're not just a name to me. You are important, and that's It's a big part of what this platform is about.
Yeah. And what makes Eden Books so much special is that also you have that social media aspect to it. And one of the parts of Eden Books, when you upload your books, you also get to create your own group and join other groups. And you kind of really get to own your own post and not be censored the way other social media sites, I won't name names, Facebook, but, really censor you with whatever you want to post and everything. So I really appreciate that aspect of it. Where do you see the company going, as far as going in the next year? I know you're constantly growing, getting readers. What else would you like to see happen with Eden Books?
Yeah, so I am currently working on a subscription program of our own. It's not like Kindle Unlimited, which I think is a horrendous beast, and I've not been a fan. I used Kindle Unlimited for less than a year when it first launched, but there are so many flaws with it, and I think to a certain extent, personally, I think it's an unhealthy program on many, many levels. So I'm creating a subscription program that I think will be far more fair across the board to authors, but more importantly, a program that will encourage readers to not only read books by authors that maybe they've never heard of, but to give an opportunity to get our authors of color and our authors and stories that take place within the LGBTQ community, our diverse romance, an opportunity to be seen. Because that's my second mission with Eden, is to make sure that our marginalized communities have a voice and have a platform on which they can put their books and reach out to readers. I'm tired of my authors of color and my diverse books being buried by the retailers. Yes. So you come to Eden and one of them. Right on the front page, you all of our categories are there, and our books stand a far better chance of being seen that way. So, so definitely the subscription program. Okay. And I'm hoping to roll that out by late 2019, early 2020. Perfect. And I'm excited about that. I really am. And then the big focus right now is creating an app for Eden. It's only really accessible via our website, which is mobile responsive. So if you're on a mobile device, you can still access the website, but to have a separate app is something that I am definitely pursuing and having that created next year. So those are the two big projects currently.
Awesome. That sounds amazing. So I'm not an author or anything. I am a reader. And so it's kind of nice to know that is a place that you can find authors of color that have books. So why don't you give an advice? How, Chiquita found you, how do you go about being, if you are an author, how do you go about the process to be able to be featured on your platform? And what is it what's the upload process? How do you go about it? So that way, independent writers want to go ahead and feature their books, can go ahead and feature and have another option besides Amazon.
Yeah, absolutely. I've tried to make it as easy as I possibly can. So really, it's just an indie author or anyone will go to our site and create an account. An author will request to become a seller. I do vet every author who requests. So anybody who requests to become a seller, I actually become a little bit of a stalker, and I hit your website and your Goodreads site or BookBub and to verify that you are indeed an author within romance, because you would be surprised at the number of authors in other genres who've reached out asking if they could put their books on the site, and I've had to say no, because we are strictly romance and fiction. So I do verify that the author is a romance author. If you're a new author, a debuting author, then you know what, I just need some information about your new book and when it's going to be released. And then I personally am the one to approve the author counts. And from there, we have all sorts of information available on the website for authors in terms of uploading their books, how to do it, FAQs. We have links to bloggers. We have links to signing events so that authors can stay in the know, and readers also will know where to go to find their favorite authors. But it's a really one-stop shop site for the romance community because we have so much available on the site. But for authors in particular, it's just a matter of creating their account and requesting to become a seller. And then once approved, simply start uploading your books directly onto the platform.
That's amazing. That sounds good. And I heard you mention that you've had other authors from other genres of writing wanting to post on your website. Are you thinking about maybe expanding and having it so that other authors from let's say sci-fi
or like another
thriller,
business,
with that or with in conjunction with what you got going on?
Yeah, it would definitely be subsidiaries. I think I personally like the idea of niche bookstores. I think it's just a really great way for readers to really find specific books. I think, Amazon, I'm not anti-Amazon. I should probably say that. I'm not anti-Amazon.
No one
Amazon
is,
has done
but
some great things.
But I buy a bunch of shit from Amazon. So.
Yeah. But the online books that they offer is such an overly saturated market on Amazon, regardless of the genre, that it is hard to find, I think authors and books that people might be interested in. So I'm definitely not ruling out the idea of having subsidiaries within Eden that would be genre specific. But I do like the idea of making sure that Eden as it stands will always be focused on romance and women's fiction. And then as we grow, we can certainly create other platforms within our brand to highlight and spotlight thrillers and nonfiction and sci-fi and that sort of thing. Children's books.
Okay, great.
I have children's books I want to write.
Oh, no.
Okay, nice. Okay, cool. Because, I'm in the beauty biz. So, beauty, books of beauty are really, really, really big. And I know a few of us that write, we do our own thing and have books out that, having a hard time with, the same thing like romance, being independent women of color writing. So I was like, have you thought about that? Because if that's the case, we always want to keep it, with independent doing their thing and so forth. So, okay, well, I think that's awesome. I think that's just doing this and doing romance and featuring is great. I know when Chiquita here told me about your site and everything that was going on with her, she was super excited. I was excited for her because I think it's a really great platform to allow writers to showcase their books and their skills in a really unique way.
Thank you. Yeah. I think, I know a lot of people kind of look at me and go, oh, you read romance, because there is that sort of stigma still around the genre. But I think that the more platforms that are sort of similar to Eden or in these bookstores that focus on genre-specific books can really do so much to help educate readers about the genres themselves. So whether it's romance, which I certainly advocate for on a daily basis, or it's a sci-fi, bookstore where somebody who doesn't read sci-fi may just think, why would you do that? I think it's a great opportunity for readers to really learn more about the different genres and really get better exposure to those books instead of trying to walk into a gigantic warehouse or going online to a massive online retailer and trying to figure out how to get started in a new genre. So, I'm certainly hopeful that as we continue to grow, we'll bring in new romance readers because they'll have an opportunity to see the diversity and the variety of romance that is that it's not all 50 Shades of Grey. Mommy
exactly.
Porn. There's so much more to these books.
And I think romance novels, a lot of people give it a lot of like Slack, but it's still probably the number one selling, as far as books go, industry, as far as books go. And as far as a niche, I think that's really just being able to go there and say, okay, this is all romance. There's an array from, every type of romance that I'm looking for. I think that gives a reader like myself a more, how do you call it? Like a more focused kind of look. I think being niche now is kind of the thing to do now. You could have, I think it's great that if I wanted to go to a sci-fi, I could go to a sci-fi site and look at every single sci-fi book that I might be interested in. I think that, and it keeps you very focused. We're such a society that we're so unfocused. We're all over the place and we're on our phones and we're over that. If you could just go to what you want to go to and look for, I think that's a really unique and actually really good idea.
Oh yeah, and what
I absolutely agree, because I'm tired of. I always say, don't give me 5,000 choices. Give me 5 choices, and essentially that's what we're doing with Eden. We're giving you one choice, but within that one choice, we're giving you a variety to choose from. So it's a very unique model, and one that I'm grateful that so many people are excited about the platform and that they see the value in what it is we are building and, trying to accomplish for this genre. Yeah.
No, exactly.
Awesome.
And I appreciate one thing with you in the company, and you take feedback from the authors in the author group, and I've seen so much growth with changes and updates and everything. So I appreciate that, because normally, if there's a glitch or something with the company, when you, like Amazon, you never really hear back from them, to fix it, or if a price change. Allegedly, yes.
You gotta keep. I'm like, girl,
with something like that, or if there's a price change or anything like that. Now you're very transparent with the royalty rates and everything, and it's I'm very excited and happy about what's coming. Do you want to explain at all about the royalty process for authors that are listening to the show?
Yeah, so here again, I am not the world's greatest mathematician. I know that 2 + 2 is 5. That is 4, sorry. But so it was important to me to make it really simple. And that is, it's a 70-30 royalty rate. So it's 70% to the author, 30% to Eden. And that is across the board, whether your book is 99 cents or whether your book is $4.99, you're still taking home 70% of that sale. And that's important to me. You're the author.
That's amazing.
You've
I'm
done
sorry.
the work. You should take the profit.
In the beauty industry, we're not even at that rate.
Yeah, no, that's amazing.
That's amazing. I'm like, we're not even at that rate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and there's no crazy additional fees for uploading your books or having your book files on the platform. That type of thing, it irritates me when people are nickel and dimed to death. So I've tried to make this as clean and simple for everybody to understand and follow. I think that any platform that has a royalty rate where you're scratching your head as an author trying to figure out how much are you going to earn and when are you going to earn it, that's a problem. So you, as an author, you should be able just to have that information, understand it, feel comfortable with it, and keep going. And that's important to me.
Perfect.
Well, that's a good place to put it out. So all you authors out there, go check out Eden, and the royalties are. I'm telling you, I'm in the beauty industry, and if you work for that ain't happening at this point. I was like, what? Okay,
I know. Go have a man's writing romance novels now.
I know, right? I don't know about all that, but I'll make something up.
Yes.
Shoot.
No, seriously. Well, so with that, we're gonna do a little rapid fire question with you, Robin. We like to call it tea time. She over here eating.
I know.
So
Sorry, tea time.
So it's really quick rapid fire questions, just to see get to know your personality and everything. So I'm gonna start off first.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
Favorite vacation spot?
Oh, Walt Disney World. I'm a Disney freak.
Okay.
Yay. Okay. A woman after my own heart.
Worst habit?
Oh, I bite my nails until they bleed.
Oh, ooh, yeah. Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I suffer from anxiety. It's not
Okay.
fun.
Okay. All right. Here's another one. Favorite guilty pleasure.
The Real Housewife franchise. All of them. I watch all of them.
Girl.
I'm right
And
there
then,
with
oh
you.
my gosh. And did you hear? They're adding to the Housewives
Beverly Hills.
Garcelle. Sorry, Garcelle. I'm just having a moment.
Too much Moscato.
Yeah. Okay. I'm so excited. A black lady up on the Beverly Hills. So,
Yes.
hey, hello.
I'm excited
We were
about that.
Housewives too. Anyways, yes.
Yes.
Stop it.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
That's freaking time.
Yes. Yes.
That's
big
been my
time.
question for years. Where's the black people? Where
Yeah.
are the black people
Yes.
in Beverly Hills?
Oh,
They
well,
have
we're
to
there.
sit.
We're coming.
Coming. I know. Coming for you. It ain't just Atlanta. Okay.
About time. Or Potomac. Don't forget Potomac now.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, Potomac too.
Yes.
Oh, I love
Potomac.
Potomac too.
Yes, Karen.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, we can keep going.
We keep.
Anyway,
And that's what you got.
all right, honey. So, favorite food and why?
Oh. So it's not really food per se, but I like carbs. I will take anything with carbs in it,
Okay.
mostly because it's the one thing I'm not actually allowed to eat a lot of for dietary purposes and to maintain my weight. And sugar tends to trigger my anxiety and depression. So, but I'm a sugar addict, so I don't
love that.
think
Yeah,
it's hard to say no to
I feel you.
sweets. So, yeah, give me the carbs.
Favorite superhero and why?
That's a great question. Probably Deadpool, just because.
Oh, yes. Okay, I like that. Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a good one.
I forgot about Deadpool being a superhero.
Yeah, he's probably, he's my favorite.
All right. And then last but not least, if there's any author, that you could work with or have on your platform, who would it be and why?
Oh, that is actually, oh my gosh, where is the list? So my top two unicorn authors, and it really is two, and they've co-written a number of books together, Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy. I think Elle Kennedy is so far the only author whose books I've read that have consistently made me laugh out loud, laugh till I'm crying out loud.
Nice.
And sorry, I'm going to add one more in there. Emma Chase.
Okay.
Emma Chase is also she's genius. So those are my top three. But oh man, I could go on. There's a list.
Yeah,
I'm
perfect.
Really
I love it.
Going after.
No, I love it. It's the passion in how you're passionate about your site, what you're going on, and passionate about books, which is great considering the way things are going. Everybody's on their iPhones, but now we're making it easy so you can. She's making it easy so you can read off of your phones and iPads, everything that you can do.
App coming.
With the app coming and giving independent writers a platform to be seen. So we just want to thank you dearly, very, very much for taking the time. We know you're busy to take a little bit of time and come hang out with us and talk about what you got going on. So to all our listeners,
So Robin, really quick, tell everybody where they can go to find you.
Absolutely. So our website is edenbooks.org. That's ORG for organization. The .com, quite frankly, was too expensive and out of my budget when I created this. So we are edenbooks.org, and that's where you can find us. Create your account. Every user to buy books does have to have a password protected account on the site in order to purchase and download books. So come on over. Authors, feel free to email me. All of my contact information is on our site as well. So if you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here for you.
Love that. Love that. So with that said, thank you very much. Again, welcome back to all our listeners. Season 5. We're excited to be back. We will see you for the next, see you on the next episode. Like always, you guys, we appreciate and love y'all. Have a happy and great day, week, whatever it is. Enjoy. And you always find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
all that good stuff.
All the good, yeah, everything that you can possibly think of, we're on there.
All right.
Okay, till next time, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Take a little time to enjoy your brand of Moscato and tea with us every day. Subscribe, rate, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and MoscatoandTea.com.